You're with Ben Provisor, just returned from a trip to Europe, Belarus, and then Russia. Let's talk about your Russian tournament. What do you feel was the difference for you in your victory at the Lavrikov Cup in St. Petersburg, Russia?
I think the biggest thing was me getting comfortable in wrestling. You know, the last year almost I've been out, so just getting more comfortable on my feet again and, you know, used to my attacks. And a big thing was parterre. In St. Petersburg, you know, we were in Belarus first, and I just really wasn't comfortable in parterre. I was having a hard time, like, with getting turned by the foreigners because I just wasn't used to the feel because I haven't been on the mat. And in St. Petersburg, I had a great camp. I had a lot of partners to go in parterre with me, and I feel so much more comfortable in it. And I mean, wrestling on my feet is a big thing too. You know, I got to get my pace going like right away. A lot of times these foreigners, you know, aren't, you know, good for 6 minutes, and I really need to, you know, open up right away, and that's a big difference I've found in my wrestling. So.
Well, you had a big win in Belarus as well. I mean, do you feel that back-to-back tournaments and training is really good for you at this point of the season?
Yeah, I wish we would have had a little more training in Belarus because we had a lot of good partners. There's a lot of good teams there, but it was more just for the tournament because there's good money on the line. But I mean, we sort of got crushed there. But I think it's definitely vitally important to get foreigners especially in parterre, because I just know I have such a harder time. They're much more slick with their transitions in parterre, so I think it's vital for, you know, anybody, especially growing up as a kid, to go overseas and feel a foreigner on bottom and top and on the feet.
So you did some 80-kilo wrestling this year. Is that your weight class this year? Have you made your plan for the last 2 years of this Olympic cycle?
I mean, yeah, this will be my weight class for the 80. You know, 80 kilos will be my weight class this year. I'm not really cutting weight to get down to 82 or 80. You know, I'll have to make a decision, obviously, for the Olympic year because of the weight classes. So I'm not 100% sure if I'll stay up at 85 or I'll go back down to 75. It really honestly depends if the weights get qualified. I mean, there's a lot of variance there, so it just depends. I mean, I think I can make 75, but that'd take a long time. So I'm not trying to lose muscle. I just got 100% healthy. I'm trying to continue my strength training and continue the good things that I have going on here. So I just want to keep getting better as far as the wrestling aspect, and at 80 kilos, that'll be this year. And Olympic year, we'll have to make a decision.
So what other competitions do you have lined up prior to Open?
I'm going to go to the Minnesota Storm, but there's not going to be a bunch of people there, but it should be a good tournament. But then the Schultz, obviously, and I don't know about, I'll probably be going on a tour, but I haven't heard anything yet of what's going on. We'll probably find out after the new year what we're going to do for that. So hopefully just continue training. I'm going to get back in the weight room and get back, with my conditioning, and get back in the wrestling room. I'm excited. You know, I got good things going on this year. I just want to continue down that path.
Now, you made an Olympic team at a fairly young age, and you won another one. How much better do you have to be for this quad than you were the one in which you were able to actually earn a spot on the Olympic team?
I just need time on the mat, and I think I really need to, you know, focus on every area of my wrestling. You know, at that time, I really had nothing going on, and I was really focused on just making weight and keeping everything straight, and that's what I was trying to do. And now this year, I know I've improved so much since that Olympic year. Like, I know my feet wrestling and my parterre has improved vastly, so I just need to keep on the mat, keep improving what I'm doing every day, and I think, you know, I have a really good chance at making the Olympic team at whichever weight I decide. It's just, you know, it's going to be hard either way. I just need to be healthy and, you know, be ready to go. You know, I'm excited for I guess there's new rules. You know, like it might be just on the feet wrestling and no really ref influence. I think that's a big thing in wrestling, but just let the wrestlers decide. But we'll see. There's a lot of stuff that might go on this
How's
year.
it going with you and Lee as parents? I mean, talk about the joy of having something to go home to after practice.
No, I think it's awesome. I mean, for me, I think that's what really focused me in my wrestling this past year. You know, was my family and my daughter. Like, I know I have somebody that I have to provide for, and so that really focused me on getting my wrestling down, my weight training, my nutrition, everything, to where I'm going to be 100% every time I step on the mat. And yeah, last year was a big lesson of that, being hurt. So just got to take good care of my body, and it's so awesome going home with having her, and she looks just like me too. So it's sort of scary. And I mean, I love it. I love being a dad. I would never replace it. There's no doubt about that.
Well, hey, congratulations on the gold medal in Russia, and we'll be seeing you soon, man.
Cool.